So who do you look up to for inspiration?
My wife.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to you, Dato. We are very pleased to have you with us this morning for the very first interview of CEO Insights. My first question to you, tell us a bit about yourself and your professional experiences.
Thank you for having me this morning. I was born in the estates, and along the way I've been in a number of industries before coming here. I was in the education sector as a teacher, as a lecturer. I was at the university. I was in the IT sector with the Multimedia University. And then the last 10 to 15 years, I was in the corporate sector. My last post was with the Kelantan State Economic Development Corporation as CEO. We learned a lot from what we have gone through, and I hope I'll be able to share all this with the young people here.
What inspired you to make the transition into the palm oil industry?
Okay, as I've said earlier, I came from the estates, and then when my last post was as CEO of the Kelantan State Economic Development Corporation, where we also have a palm estate in Kelantan, about 50,000 acres. And then when this offer came, I said, I will be able to contribute more to the industry by going to a place where I can have more coverage of what I wanted to do. Before this, it was at a state level. MPOC is a federal agency where I think my voice will be heard more, and what we are going to do will benefit more. Sure.
What have been some key learnings for you in the entire journey of your career?
What I learned from my career is that how I look at people. You know, in any endeavor, it's always about humans. It's always about how people act and react to things. You know, I learned a lot by working with different types of people, different sectors, different industries, and it helped me a lot in doing my work now. Along the journey, we came to understand more about people act, how people react to things, how to get close to people, you know. All these things helped me a lot.
What is the greatest challenge you have faced professionally, and how did you overcome it?
Okay. I've said earlier, it's always about people. You know, the greatest challenge is how to get people to come to terms with you, how to get people to understand what you wanted, how for you to understand what people wanted. It's always a two-way journey. You know, communication is not about us alone, but about people on the other side. Okay, along the journey, we tend to forget that the human factor is the biggest factor in life, in work, in any industry. If we forget about that, then we will stray from whatever we wanted to do.
What are the main challenges for the Malaysian palm oil industry currently, and what can be done to meet these challenges?
Okay, challenges is all about perception. How we change, how we build perceptions. You know, in the palm oil industry, there are lots of perceptions about nutrition, about health, about environment, about how palm oil industry is destructive and whatsoever. And there are also people who are trying to undermine the goodness of this thing and how sawit have helped people. So we need to change that. That is the main challenge of sawit in the world actually. So what we need to do is we need to change that perception from the negative one and build a new one. If we can build a new perception of the goodness of sawit, then I think our journey in getting sawit in the world map as something good would be achieved and would be successful.
What is the one word that describes you best?
Stubborn. People says I'm bullheaded. People says I'm stubborn. It's not a matter of me being stubborn or what. But when I set my mind to do something, I will try my best so that I can get what I wanted. Not in a bad way actually. And I expect that from my people too. Stubbornness is a need. You sometimes need to be hard-headed. You sometimes need to be stubborn for the good of what you wanted. But don't take me wrong, because I'm not stubborn in that negative way. I'm stubborn in always for the good things, inshallah. Yeah.
What is the best and worst part about being CEO?
Okay, making decisions. I like to say that the best part of being CEO is you are able to make decisions, but along that best part comes the worst part, where you make wrong decisions. Then that's the worst thing of being CEO. So being a CEO, you cannot say that you don't need one part, or you will be making some good decisions and you'll also be making some bad decisions. We make decisions that's not right and we have to accept that and rectify. That's the best thing and also the worst thing in life, in decisions.
How do you see MPOC changing in the next few years, and how do you see yourself creating that change?
When I was in other organization, corporation, what we look at is that there are things that need to be done to enhance the palm oil industry in Malaysia. Things that need to be done to put palm oil as a name in the world, Malaysian Palm Oil actually. So when I came in, we see that MPOC is doing lots of good things, for the palm oil industry. Focusing more and more seriously in promotion of sawit, and we are looking into other markets around the world, especially in the Middle East, in the Eastern Europe, and we are trying to look at our existing market, how we can enhance the promotion and marketing of palm oil. So what I look at now is, in the near future, I'm hoping that Malaysian sawit will be known around the world, and our exports will be higher, and the cost of sawit will be higher, the price of sawit actually. MPOC will be known as the voice of Malaysian sawit throughout the world.
What are the few important things that the Malaysian palm oil industry needs to focus on going forward?
Okay, going forward, we are now, this past year, the price of sawit has gone up, the price of crude also have gone up and everything, and the industry is getting more this year. So what I would like to see with this gift of higher price, of more profits and whatsoever, I hope the industry can focusing more on sharing a bit on the wealth. In the long run, if we are sharing our wealth with others, we are also in one way promoting our product. We are also telling people, what I get, I share with you. Come with me and let's prosper together. So that's one thing that our industry players should be looking into. How they are going to give back to the community, how they are going to give back to the world. Our share of the sawit market in the world is about 31%. That's a lot. If we can get people to be more closer to us, more familiar with Malaysian sawit, I think that 31% can go further.
So who do you look up to for inspiration?
My wife. It's always my wife. Before this is my late father, but now it's my wife. We were married for about 35 years ago, and we have beautiful 6 children, 5 boys and 1 girl, all successful, inshallah. And she is the one who takes care of them, nurtured them. Along the way, she nurtured me. We talk about everything. Whenever I have any problem, we talk. So mostly she didn't know about businesses, but she talks to me as a human being, how I want to act as a human being, how I have to act as a CEO. Those are the things that you cannot get from your friends. She knows me personally, she knows how I think, she knows. So these are the things that makes me grow as a CEO. So I look up to her as somebody who I can fall back to.
What is your favorite holiday destination?
Okay. Japan. The weather is nice, the people are nice, and it's a clean country. And good food also. So my annual holidays, Japan will always be in my diary. Yeah? But usually I will stay for some time. Usually I'll take about 1 month just to be in one place. I travel, I don't go to lots of places at one time. If I were to go to Tokyo, I'll be in Tokyo for 1 month. My next year, I'll be somewhere else for 1 month. I don't want to be in Tokyo and then 3 days I'll go to Osaka, I'll go to Nagoya. No, I'll stay in Tokyo for 1 month. Next year, I'll go to Osaka for 1 month, so that I can really know the place. But Japan is my place.
Okay, tell us a bit more about Sawit Anugerah Tuhan campaign.
Sawit Anugerah Tuhan Sawit is a divine gift for Malaysians and for the world also. In the Malaysian context, Sawit is not originated here. It came from somewhere else. But God has given us that gift of geography, climate, that Sawit flourish in Malaysia. And along the way, Sawit has helped millions of Malaysians upgrade their life and help the Malaysian economy to this level now. Many did not realize that Sawit exports alone is about 70 billion annually. It's the biggest export in Malaysia. And how much it has given back to the nation. We want to tell people that we must be grateful that God has chosen this area, Malaysia, Indonesia, as a place where we can plant Sawit, where the plant is good from the roots till the shoot. Anything about Sawit can be used. The term Sawit Anugerah Tuhan is very, very appropriate to be so, and everybody should embrace it.
Okay, last but not least, what advice could you give to the young generation out there, and if they're interested to get involved in palm oil industry?
Okay, number one is perseverance. The younger generations should persevere in whatever they wanted to do. Number one, this is my advice. What I told my sons also. If you want to do something, put your head together, go towards that goal, and be stubborn. Then you will reach your goal. And for those people who wanted to be involved in Sawit, in palm oil, learn something about palm oil. Learn something. Be more attached to Sawit. Sometimes we didn't really realize that this is a divine gift, that one day if we are also contributing towards the betterment of the Sawit industry, we are contributing to other people also. We are contributing to the nation. Love Sawit. Learn about Sawit, learn to love Sawit, and learn that Sawit is something that will help others also. So the younger generation's knowledge, you must have that. If you don't have that, then you won't go anywhere. Learn, use that knowledge for the betterment of us and also other people. Inshallah. And you will prosper, you will be successful. Yeah.
So that's all we have today. So thank you for your time, Dato.
Thank you.